Thank you for joining me here this evening. The time is now 7:07 p.m. Central, 8:07 p.m. Eastern, and you have a live look at a confirmed large and destructive tornado on the ground in central Arkansas. Right now, we have a huge CC drop on both the correlation coefficient and reflectivity, indicative of a strong to potentially catastrophic tornado on the ground east of Valonia, Arkansas. If you're in this area, you need to be running to your safe spot immediately on the lowest floor of a sturdy building, away from windows in an interior room. This is an incredibly deep and heavy debris signature here. So again, if you're in this area, you need to be running to your safe spot. This tornado warning going out for BB and McRae in central as well as northeastern Arkansas. Again, a potentially catastrophic tornado ongoing near Camelot Acres. Again, we have a huge debris signature. Even on the reflectivity, it's visible there, up to 62 dBzs, which is something that we only see with the most intense tornadoes. So again, if you are in this area, you need to be running to your safe spot, as this is likely in an ongoing intense tornado here as this approaches Barrentine Corner and BB in central Arkansas. Again, I would not be shocked if this got upgraded to a PDS tornado warning, as this is a huge debris signature here on both the correlation coefficient and reflectivity. Again, if you're in this area, you need to be running, not walking to your safe spot. And the bad news is this is a very discrete supercell that's going to have the potential to produce a tornado for up to potentially even an hour or so here. So again, we are here now for live coverage of this major tornado outbreak that we've been dealing with today across portions of Missouri and Arkansas. Now starting to move into sections of Illinois. A brand new tornado warning going out for Griggsville and portions of I-72 in between Jacksonville and New Salem, Illinois. If you're in this area, make sure that you seek shelter immediately. We've got some broad rotation developing east of Perry. So again, definitely going to have that potential to see a couple of embedded QLCS tornadoes in this huge line of storms that extends all the way down from portions of Illinois back into Missouri. And again, right now, a significant to potentially catastrophic tornado ongoing near the Barrentine Corner area in central Arkansas. Again, this is a huge debris signature that is, again, indicative of potentially a very large tornado. So again, if you're in this area, you need to be running, not walking to your safe spot. Again, this is an extremely dangerous situation. I'm going to go ahead and share the stream out with as many people as possible. I encourage you guys to do the same, because again, this is a huge deal here in central Arkansas that I don't think a lot of people are talking about, at least not as many as, in my opinion, should be. So again, we are now live with severe weather coverage here. So again, this tornado is going to be approaching Antioch and Essex in central as well as northeastern Arkansas over the next several minutes. Again, this is a very strong to potentially even a violent tornado ongoing here based off of the debris signature on both the correlation coefficient and reflectivity products. Again, this is a huge tornado here. So if you're in this area, you need to be seeking shelter immediately. I would not be shocked to see an upgrade to a PDS tornado warning with this. Again, it all depends on what kind of surface reports we're getting. We do have National Weather Service certified storm spotters, Zach Hardcastle, as well as Andrew McMahon in the area. So they're going to be giving us firsthand reports of significant tornado damage, most likely from the Camelot Acres and the Ridgecrest, Arkansas regions. My goodness, again, this is just an extremely dangerous situation. Again, look at that debris signature on the correlation coefficient. Again, we are measuring on the CC here a good, 4-mile swath of debris nearly. So again, if you are in this area, you need to be running, not walking to your safe spot. Alan with the $5 dono. W. Allen's down below in the chat, hoping it's not a rough night for us down here in northwest Illinois. Well, I can tell you that the greatest tornado threat is going to stay off to your south, but I wouldn't rule out some isolated damaging winds over the next hour or so east of the Davenport metro region. Make sure that you do have multiple ways to receive alerts. You are under a tornado watch until 11 p.m. So, brand new tornado warning going out for sections of Missouri. That is a reissuance for our area of rotation near Alton. Again, we have some broad rotation here northeast of Alton, Missouri. This is going to be approaching Highway 60 near Van Buren. If you're in Van Buren, you need to be seeking shelter immediately. Obviously, a community that was devastated by a high-end EF3 tornado just over a month ago there. So again, a huge, significant tornado on the ground here in central Arkansas right now. If you are just now tuning in, this is potentially a catastrophic situation north of Austin and Cabot. Again, a very large debris signature here, indicative of a strong to potentially violent tornado just south of Highway 64 at this point. Again, if you are in this area, you've got to be running to your safe spot. If you are in Barrentine Corner or Beebe. If you're in an area like Antioch, Essex, or McRae, you've got a little bit more time, but still better to be safe than sorry and get into that safe spot now. Again, this is the kind of supercell that in the environment that it's in and how discrete this supercell is, there's a good chance that this goes on to produce a very significant tornado. So, again, this is a huge, damaging, and again, potentially a catastrophic tornado on the ground right now, northeast of Little Rock, Arkansas. I can tell you that if this happened a little bit further off to the southwest and we were dealing with this in downtown Little Rock, this would be a much, much bigger issue, and this supercell did track on the north side of Little Rock, Arkansas, and I can tell you that it actually went through the Mayflower, Vilonia area just several minutes ago, which obviously a community that was devastated back in 2014 with the April 27th event that just brought an unbelievably violent tornado to the north side of the Little Rock Metro. But anyways, we're getting a little off topic here. Again, we need to focus on this ongoing significant to potentially intense tornado here approaching Searcy. Again, Searcy not under a tornado warning at the moment, but I would be willing to bet that they're going to reissue one here pretty soon because, again, the actual dangerous part of a tornado is the debris being associated with it that's being thrown thousands of feet up into the atmosphere and it hits you. And again, that is being spread miles away from where our actual condensation funnel is with this tornado most likely. So if you are along I-57 in between Ward and Searcy, you need to be running to your safe spot, getting off the interstate if you're driving in that area, obviously. I'd also like to point out we do actually have some rotation developing near the Sherwood, Arkansas area. We're going to wait and see what our next radar scans tell us about this, but a good chance that we see a tornado warning come out for the northeast side of Little Rock shortly if that rotation continues to become more evident as we get further away from the radar. So a new severe thunderstorm warning just issued, actually a couple of them, one of them going out for areas northeast of Quincy, Illinois for the threat of damaging wind gusts up to 60 miles an hour. The other one going out for Burlington as well as Monmouth. So this is going to be for the threat of damaging wind gusts up to 60 miles an hour. It also does have the tornado possible tag on it. So if you're in this area, you need to be moving indoors immediately. Again, we're going to be watching for some broad rotation to develop with that as well. So again, you can see that kind of there on the south side of Burlington. If that intensifies, we may end up seeing them issue a tornado warning for that. But again, right now, just leaving it at a severe thunderstorm warning with the tornado possible tag, obviously. So again, they just downgraded this to a radar indicated tornado warning. Again, this is almost certainly still a tornado on the ground. Velocities are more broad, but again, even if this tornado has occluded, there is still debris being thrown up thousands of feet up into the atmosphere. So if you're in this area, you need to treat this like a tornado still on the ground because this is an extremely dangerous situation here. So, again, going back to some of our tornado warnings here in southeastern Missouri, unfortunately, we don't have a great look at these on radar because we are so far away from the nearest radar site. But again, likely some pretty intense rotation developing southwest of Van Buren, Missouri, coming your way. So if you're in this area, make sure you are seeking shelter. Again, in Van Buren and Fremont, obviously an area that dealt with a catastrophic tornado just over a month ago. So not something that we want to see, obviously. But again, I'm extremely concerned for these folks here northeast of Little Rock. Again, it looks like we just had a very significant tornado impact the area with debris being measured on reflectivity with, 62 on the DBZ values, which is not something that we've seen in a long time. So, again, a pretty significant situation likely starting to unfold northeast of Little Rock as that tornado has just moved through. So, again, a lot of these supercells here in Arkansas and even back up in our QLCS are going to have the potential to develop that broad rotation and potentially produce a strong tornado or two as we go later into the evening and nighttime hours tonight here. Again, mainly going to be watching for a damaging wind threat, but a couple of tornadoes can't be ruled out. We have seen a ton of strong tornadoes today across portions of Missouri, portions of Arkansas as well. We actually had a wedge tornado near Jefferson City, Missouri earlier. Storm chaser Jordan Hall had an incredible capture of that tornado, but anyway, again, very significant tornado there that just impacted the north side of Cabot, Arkansas. This is also an area that dealt with a very significant tornado relatively recently on March 31st, 2023. A high-end EF3 tornado tore through the north side of Little Rock, as many of you probably know. And these are some of the areas that tornado ended up impacting, so obviously just not a great situation to see. So again, we do have Stormrunner Media out there on the ground right now. They're actually back there in Missouri. They are going through surveying damage as well as kind of taking a look at some of the flooding that we have ongoing in some of these communities, because obviously these regions have already seen so many events recently with unbelievably excessive rainfall, and this is just going to make that situation worse. We do have flash flood warnings. Some of them observe flash flood warnings. They're going out for portions of central Missouri, but keep in mind, just because you're not under those flash flood warnings in particular does not mean that there can't be significant flooding ongoing in your communities. Alan with another 99-cent donation. Thank you so much, Alan. W. Allen's down below in the chat again. Alan's the GOAT, if you're not aware, guys. But again, we're going to try to keep you safe out there today, Alan, because obviously you are going to be under the gun for some significant damaging winds. But we're going to be looking out for you there in northwestern Illinois, so don't you worry. But yeah, W. Allen's down below in the chat. Alrighty. So again, if you're in this area, make sure that you are staying in your safe spot, as we did just have a potentially devastating tornado impact the north side of Little Rock, Arkansas. Again, I'm a little nervous to see some of these damage photos here. It's just so unfortunate that this has to happen on Easter Sunday, because there's a good chance that folks are out and about doing stuff. So, new tornado warning there for one of our cells further off to the north that we mentioned just a minute ago. This is for Newark and Tuckerman. If you're in this area, seek shelter immediately on the lowest floor of a sturdy building away from windows in an interior room. Potential tornado they're trying to develop near Pleasant Plains in Roosevelt, Arkansas. So, seek shelter. Again, pretty clear indication that we have, at the very least, some impressive velocities with that supercell. So, again, the reason our tornadic storm here is likely no longer producing a tornado near Little Rock is because it got hit by a cell merger here off to its southwest, and that's kind of choking off its area of inflow there, as you can see, as this approaches Antioch. I don't know why I did this with my voice, but I did. But anyways, in all seriousness, again, we are going to be watching out for that threat of damaging wind gusts of 60 to 70 miles an hour all across sections of western Illinois here over the next, hour or two. So if you're in this area, make sure that you are prepared to seek shelter if necessary. A couple embedded QLCS tornadoes are also going to be a possibility. None of our chasers are out there today in central Arkansas right now, unfortunately. So again, taking a look at the HRRR model here, we can see that we are expecting this line to continue to push off to the east, producing damaging wind gusts of 60 to 70 miles an hour across most of the state of Illinois. By the time it crosses the state line between Illinois and Indiana, it will have significantly weakened, mainly just bringing a heavy rain threat for folks in the Ohio Valley tomorrow morning. But again, if we continue to see these discrete supercells down here in Arkansas, which it looks like is a pretty good possibility, there is a chance of another strong tornado or two from now to about 9 p.m. and potentially even a little after. But again, at this point, mainly going to be looking out for some damaging winds all the way from Texas back into southern sections of Wisconsin of 60 to 70 miles an hour there. But again, a couple of embedded QLCS tornadoes definitely can't be ruled out. Again, so far we have seen a full-scale regional tornado outbreak already so far today. We're getting reports of extreme damage from the community of Ada, Oklahoma last night. I've seen some pictures from it. It is disastrous. There was a mall that got hit very hard. Again, likely talking about EF2, EF3 range damage. But again, just devastating stuff to see the night before Easter Day, obviously. And then also, we had a very significant tornado near Cool, Texas, and then just dozens of other tornadoes occur last night, which is obviously very sad to see. But for the most part, those tornadoes remain on the weaker side due to a unimpressive storm mode, as well as a lack of lower level wind shear. Oh my goodness, didn't mean to do that. But yeah. So, again, if you're in this area, you need to be seeking shelter immediately. Again, if you are in or near this line of storms that stretches, keep in mind, all the way from Iowa to Texas, be prepared, because embedded areas of rotation are going to be a possibility anywhere in this line. While they're going to be the most likely here in this little corridor from parts of western Illinois back through northeast Arkansas, they can occur there pretty much anywhere in the line of storms today. So, again, you want to make sure that you're staying safe out there. We have seen numerous tornado reports today from sections of Missouri and Arkansas, and some of the most incredible tornado videos in quite a while, from our wedge tornado that impacted the Jefferson City region. Again, I don't know why these are listed as damaging wind reports. We did confirm that that was a full, scale, fully condensed tornado, but Anyways, again, we're going to continue to watch these storms here as they move off to the east-northeast. But outside of that, not a whole lot to say that we haven't already went over. I will note that we are going to be talking about another threat for severe weather on Wednesday across portions of the southern plains back through parts of the desert southwest. Even again, a day 3 slight risk of severe weather now in play for sections of far southwest Oklahoma as well as most of the Texas Panhandle here. Now, I think that personally this is mostly going to be a big time hail and wind threat, especially that hail threat. I cannot emphasize that enough. But a couple of tornadoes also can't be ruled out. There's still some uncertainties at this time, though. We did just get a new tornado warning there back into sections of west central Illinois, so we're going to go ahead and go over that. That is for the community of Rushville along Highway 24. If you're in this area, make sure you are seeking shelter immediately. We've got broad rotation encroaching on this area from the southwest near Mount Sterling. So again, make sure you are seeking shelter immediately. I think I met Jordan Hall at Summit as well. I can't even remember. We got to meet so many incredible people that it was all kind of a blur, honestly. But definitely one of the most fun weekends of my life. So, again, continuing to watch this rotation off to the west of Fredericktown, Missouri, near Ironton. Starting to tighten up there a little bit as this approaches Iron Mountain Lake in Farmington. So if you're in this area, make sure you are staying in your safe spot. So again, now up to 7 tornado warnings, going all the way from parts of Illinois back through to Arkansas, all for different areas of rotation. Again, honestly, at this point, I'd be most concerned about the Van Buren rotation because it looks quite strong, and again, we don't have a great look at this from the velocities, so good chance that this could, actively produce a tornado at any minute. So if you were along Highway 60 near Van Buren and Fremont, you need to be seeking shelter immediately. Again, had a catastrophic tornado impact this region about a month ago. So we're starting to get reports of trees blown down from Woodlawn Addition, Arkansas, after our devastating tornado just ripped through that region. So we're going to see those reports come in here very quickly, most likely, because we do have a lot of storm spotters in this area. So we're going to be bringing you guys live updates as they happen. Okay. So, again, trying to find damage here from this region. Not a whole lot public yet. But I'll definitely make sure to update you guys as soon as it happens, if there is. So, new severe thunderstorm warning there. That is going to be going out for sections of Illinois and Iowa. That is going to be for the Muscatine, Iowa City area. If you're in this area, make sure that you are moving indoors immediately. Damaging wind gusts up to 60 miles an hour are going to be a possibility. Also does have that tornado possible tag there, so we do have a couple broad areas of rotation embedded in that line of storms as this moves down I-80 approaching downtown Davenport. So if you're in this area, make sure that you're moving indoors. We also just got another brand new severe thunderstorm warning, and that's going out for our supercell in Arkansas that just produced a potentially catastrophic tornado. This is for Searcy, Judsonia, and Bald Knob. If you're in this area, make sure that you are moving indoors immediately. Damaging wind gusts up to 60 miles an hour. Going to be a possibility with this supercell. What's up, Vincent? We got to give Vincent props because I'm going to be honest with you, I was completely in my own world whenever this was ongoing. I was doing something else, and then he sent me a text letting me know this was on the ground. So again, huge thing to Vincent, and as soon as I saw that debris on the reflectivity, I knew that we were about to have a very serious situation unfold. Again, not excited to see some of the reports coming out from the Cemetery Road area. Oh my goodness, there are a lot of structures out here. I hope everybody's having a great Easter. What's up, Tenacious? Anyways, again, Storm Media right now in Missouri. Look at that. Look at that rainbow. Oh my goodness. Look at that rainbow. Wow. Look at how beautiful that is. My goodness. This is in Lewistown, Missouri. If you are in Lewistown, get out there and check out that rainbow. Look at how beautiful that thing is and how clear it is. Wow. That is a beautiful rainbow there. That might be Storm Media's greatest capture of the day, and it's a freaking rainbow. That is incredible. Again, if you're in or around the Lewistown area, make sure to get out and see that. The storm has passed. You're all clear, so make sure that you're getting out and enjoying that because that thing is beautiful. So again, at this point, Missouri, unless you're in, the Boot Heel or other far southeastern portions of the state, Missouri is done for the night. Again, now we've just got to watch as this flooding event starts to ramp up here, as we start to see more of these rain showers on the backside impact this region. We did just get a brand new tornado warning there. That is going to be, doing the disappearing trick that we all know and love. We're going to wait for that to pop back up here. I believe that was in Missouri, if I'm not mistaken. But we'll wait for it to pop back up here. Yes, so that is in Missouri. That is going to be going out for Festus. If you're in this area, make sure you are seeking shelter immediately on the lowest floor of a sturdy building, away from windows in an interior room. Rotation right now located southeast of Potosi, another area that dealt with a devastating mid-range EF3 tornado just a few weeks ago. Still cleaning up from that in this area. So again, if you're in this region, make sure that you are seeking shelter immediately. What's up, Levi? How's it going? Again, if you're just now tuning in, we just had a very, very significant tornado in Arkansas, most likely. We were measuring debris on the reflectivity up to 62 dBZs, which is pretty extreme for anybody that's not aware. Again, debris likely lofted 20 to 30,000 feet up into the atmosphere here as this moved by Camelot Acres. So again, pretty significant situation there. Going back up to the north again, we're going to continue to watch these embedded areas of rotation pop up in our QLCS. Again, we do have some broad rotation moving right over Ironton right now, and this is going to be approaching Farmington and Fredericktown, Missouri. So if you're in that area, make sure you are seeking shelter. Going back to Illinois, again, mainly watching a damaging wind threat continue to evolve as this pushes off to the east. But we do have, again, a couple of broad areas of rotation out there in far western sections of Illinois. Actually, back up here towards Burlington, we've got a couple more broad areas of rotation back into Iowa. What's up, Storm Watcher's weather, sorry. So let me go ahead and check the SBC website. Let me see if we've got any new information for you guys. Okay, no new mesoscales or anything like that. We did just get a new massive severe thunderstorm warning there. That is going to be going out for sections of central Illinois. That is for Menard, Scott, Christian, Fulton, Sangamon, Cass, Schuyler, and Mason counties in western and central Illinois. If you're in this area, make sure you are moving indoors and away from windows immediately. Damaging wind gusts up to 70 miles per hour are going to be a possibility there with that portion of our line as that approaches Springfield and Petersburg, Illinois. So again, make sure you are moving indoors and away from windows immediately. Again, right now, the most intense portion of our line starting to move through Jacksonville. I just knew there was going to be a low taper fade joke in there. I knew it. I knew it. You can't escape him in 2025, which is honestly kind of sad. No, I still make him too, honestly. I can't lie. But, anyways, new severe thunderstorm warning going out for sections of central Arkansas. Same area here that was just impacted by our tornado. This is for quarter-sized hail and 60 mile per hour damaging wind gusts. If you're in this area, make sure you're moving indoors. I will say we do have some broad rotation over the TKO subdivision area. Again, we mentioned this earlier as it was coming out of the radar site near Jacksonville. So if you are on Cabot or Austin, make sure that you are prepared to seek shelter if necessary. Kind of surprised they didn't put the tornado possible tag on this one, but anyways. What we do know about that, Evan, is that we had, again, multiple structures heavily damaged to destroyed. Again, there was a Maurice's in the downtown area that took a significant hit. Again, we're talking likely high-end EF2 range damage there, potentially low-end EF3 if they find anything more intense. But devastating stuff from Ada, Oklahoma last night, as well as several other communities across North Texas, obviously. And again, that band of damaging wind gusts up to 100 miles per hour yesterday that we had near Mertzen, luckily was in an extremely rural area and did not end up causing any damage. But again, if that were closer to downtown San Angelo, that would have been a huge, huge deal. But anyways, again, continuing to watch these broad areas of rotation develop embedded in our line of storms in southeast Missouri. Again, the most impressive one being near Ironton right now. That's going to be crossing Highway 67 within the next 30 minutes or so. So if you are in this area, make sure you are seeking shelter immediately. Again, I don't like the look of what's going on down here near Van Buren, though. So if you are in Van Buren, you absolutely need to make sure that you are in your safe spot. Again, unfortunately, we have just awful radar coverage in this region. Again, we are using the St. Louis radar to track this, but the St. Louis radar is legitimately 125 miles away from this. So very, very hard to get any sort of signature at all on the on any radar product there. So, quite annoying, but again, not a whole lot you can do. We're just going to have to work with what we got, and again, rely on those spotter reports there. Very important in this time. New severe thunderstorm warning there. That is going to be going out for sections of northwestern Illinois. That is for Macomb. If you're in this area, make sure you're moving indoors immediately. Damaging wind gusts up to 60 miles an hour are going to be a possibility there. They also do have the tornado possible tag on that. So, we do have a brand new tornado warning now. That is going to be going out for portions of Iowa and Illinois. So again, yep, that's for our area of rotation just north of Burlington that we mentioned earlier. This is going to be approaching Aledo and Millersburg. So if you're in this area, make sure you are seeking shelter immediately. The good news is that this is incredibly broad rotation right now. But there's a good chance that that does try to tighten up at least a little bit. So again, if you are in Millersburg or Keithsburg in northwestern Illinois, seek shelter immediately. And again, if that continues on the same track, it will eventually make its way towards the east side of Davenport, Iowa. So, anyways. Again, I really don't like the look of what's starting to wrap up here near the Ironton area. Again, taking a look at the radar scope velocity product, we can see that we've definitely got some pretty tight rotation there near Ironton, as well as near Iron Mountain Lake. So again, if you are in this area or if you're in Farmington, you need to make sure that you are seeking shelter on the lowest floor of a sturdy building, away from windows and in an interior room. But again, even on radar scope here, guys, we have virtually no view of what's going on with our Van Buren area of rotation. So if you're in that area, you almost have to take that one the most seriously, because we genuinely don't know what's going on down there. We could have a fully fledged, large tornado on the ground, or it could just be a more than likely a broad area of rotation. And again, that's what it's most likely is, but we can't just go ahead and assume that and say, okay, you're all clear, because that is absolutely not the case, or at least it's not confirmed to be. So, again, quite intense rotation there near Ironton, Missouri. If you're in this area, make sure that you're staying in your safe spot. Again, I mean, these broad rotations are just popping up left, right, and center here. We've got that broad area of circulation approaching Beardstown and Rushville, Illinois. Again, tornado warning there going out for Rushville. If you're in that area, make sure that you are seeking shelter. But going back off to our northwest, again, that brand new tornado warning going out for Keithsburg. Broad rotation there just south of Oakville right now. If you are in Keithsburg or Millersburg, you need to make sure that you are seeking shelter immediately. So, again, back down to Arkansas. Still awaiting reports of damage from our devastating tornado north of Cabot. I will note that we do still have some broad rotation that originally produced that tornado near Searcy, Arkansas. Our area near Cabot has broadened out pretty much entirely. Again, still watching these damaging winds rip through sections of western Illinois now. Again, eventually this is going to be moving through central Illinois. Right now, mainly watching for damaging winds, but further down into portions of far southern Illinois, can't rule out a couple of tornadoes either. Embedded in that line of storms. So, let me go ahead and pull the stream chat back up here. Whoa, how did I miss that? Storm Under Media Raid, what? Did I miss that, chat? Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Thank you so much, Storm Under Media, for the raid. If you are new here, make sure to like and subscribe, and thank you, Apricot, for the $10 donation. Apricot down below in the chat, that's incredible. Again, thank you so much, Storm Under Media, for the raid. That is amazing. Awesome stuff. So brand new tornado warning there going out southeast of Burlington. Again, this is for portions of far northwest Illinois. This is for Roseville and Blandonsville. If you're in this area, make sure you are seeking shelter immediately on the lowest floor of a sturdy building, away from windows and an interior room. We've also got Blaine with the $1 dono. W. Blaine down below in the chat. If we actually have 256 people watching, that is unbelievable. And again, huge shout out to Stormrunner Media for the raid and all that they've done for this channel. That's incredible. Wow. So again, thank you all for tuning in. If you are new here, make sure to like and subscribe. We do this every day for areas all across the country. Again, Stormrunner Media, great friends of ours here. They've helped us out more than anybody else virtually for this channel. Again, happy Easter, everybody. Hope you guys are having an incredible day. Again, it's hard to believe that we actually have 250 people watching right now, but if we seriously do, thank you all so much for tuning in. Again, trying to get this donation board updated right now because Blaine and Apricot are goats. Again, W's down below in the chat for them. And again, huge thank you to Stormrunner Media for the raid. That is incredible. What's up, Donna? What's up, Halen? So, again, continuing to watch our broad areas of circulation move through parts of Arkansas and Missouri embedded in that line of storms. Again, I guess if Stormrunner Media raided us, that means they ended off their stream. Yes, they did indeed. So, let's go ahead. Whoa, Jen with the $10 donation. W, Jen's down below in the chat. They're just coming in left, right, and center. Thank you guys so much. Again, you do not have to donate, but I really do appreciate the folks that do go above and beyond and decide to donate because it helps me out more than you could ever know. It really does. And it's just awesome because, again, I'm able to do what I love doing and, monetize off it, which is all thank you to you guys. I would not have any of this without all of you, of course. And Alan with another $5 donation. Oh my gosh. Again, guys, I'm trying to update the dono board as fast as possible. W. Allen's in the chat. Alan the GOAT, as always. I can't even hardly keep up with it all. This is incredible. Wow. So anyway, let's throw you up there, Alan. But again, I'm going to see if I can go ahead and get another chaser up for you guys now that SRM has ended their stream. Again, huge thank you to Stormrunner Media for the raid. Wow. That's incredible. I don't know, is Freddy live? I don't think he is. Again, I really haven't been in the zone today, I'll be honest with you guys. Again, I've been enjoying my Easter Sunday. I hope you all have as well. Not Freddy Fazbear. We went Freddie McKinney. I love how the first thing that pops up is Freddie McKinney saves family. Freddy's goated. Freddy's not live. Yeah, so, you know what? We'll just go ahead and pull up a live sub count here. Let's go to... Whoops. Yeah, it's doing this stupid verify thing. Well, we'll deal with that later. Again, we've got 250 people watching, so I feel like I kind of need to be a little more entertaining here. Again, thank you all for joining the stream. I really do appreciate it. We're going to continue to stay live here as we watch these tornadoes and areas of circulation pop up embedded in this line of storms, moving through sections of western Illinois now. Again, looking back down at Missouri, I'm quite concerned for some of these areas near like Farmington and Bloomsdale. The radar scope level 2 velocities show us that we have some pretty intense rotation there. I'm also quite concerned for Van Buren just because we have absolutely no idea what that rotation looks like. It looks like it's most likely north of Van Buren at this point, but if you're in Van Buren, just err on the side of caution, stay in your safe spot. Again, obviously a very intense situation ongoing there. And, ladies and gentlemen, Mayday with the $10 donation. W Mayday's down below in the chat. Another go back in here once again. Thank you so much, Mayday, for the $10 donation. Thank you so much. That is incredible. So again, thank you, Mayday, for the support. W Mayday's down below in the chat. Let them know that we love them. Anyways. Okay. Davis changed title. Oh my goodness, you were right. It still says strong tornado in Arkansas, doesn't it? Let's fix that. We'll we'll go ahead and change it to tornado warning in Illinois. Just a little pro tip for any of you streamers out there. The reason I'm going to say Illinois, even though we have them all in Illinois, Missouri, and Arkansas, is because Illinois is an area that has Illinois is more populated than both Missouri and Arkansas combined, I believe. So Illinois makes the most sense to put it in the title. And again, if people wanted to tune in from, Missouri and Arkansas, they still can, obviously. Just a little quick tip there. Anyways. Dude, my computer is very, very warm right now. I don't think it can handle all you guys tuning in. So again, thank you all so much. If you're new here, make sure to like and subscribe. Chat, let's see if we can do it tonight. Let's see if we can hit 4,100 subscribers. We are only 35 away. Again, right now we're at 4,065 subs. Let's actually see if I can try and bring up that live sub count again. Again, it does this thing where it's like, verify that it's really you. I think if we just refresh it, we can probably bypass that. Because for some reason, whenever I click verify, it doesn't let me do it through OBS. Still gonna do it, huh? Okay. Well, let's see what it tries to do. Let's see whenever I click next. It's just frozen there. Maybe because it knows I'm streaming. That might be it. Alright, well, we'll go ahead and bring that down for right now. We'll see if we can fix it up later. Alrighty. So again, thank you all for joining. This is incredible. Incredible sport tonight. And William with the $10 donation as well. W. William down below in the chat. Again, he never says anything about it, but he is always here. He's always supportive. He's always amazing. So W, I can't even fit another name here on this spot. How are we going to operate this? I don't know how we're going to work around this. Well, I guess we could just make the text extremely small, but that looks a little ridiculous. But William, thank you so much for the $10 donation. I'm pretty sure William has donated $10 every stream for like the past year. Not past year, but for a while. So thank you so much, William, for the $10 dono. What a crowd indeed. Again, huge thank you to Stormrunner Media. Otherwise, we would not have this many viewers right now. So thank you to SRM for the raid and all that they've done for this channel. Again, I didn't even notice it whenever it first happened. When it's peak timing for strong tornadoes, it's already passed, but we're still going to be watching for a couple more isolated tornadoes tonight. But the peak time frame for strong tornadoes is over in its entirety. So, again, just absolutely devastating imagery coming out from portions of Missouri and Arkansas, as well as Texas and Oklahoma last night, obviously, after we had unbelievably intense tornadoes rip through portions of the central and southern plains. Again, just very, very sad stuff to see. Apparently there was an Easter egg that was hidden in 1998 that has just been found today. I mean, honestly, that doesn't surprise me. That kind of stuff happens all the time around here. Wow. Yeah, so Columbia, Missouri, an area that was impacted by a large tornado today, has some extreme damage. Again, I can't bring it up on the stream, but we have structures collapsed. So, again, likely EF3 intensity damage there, northeast of Columbia, Missouri. Very, very intense damage. Quite upsetting to see. Wow. So, anyways, let me get back over to the chat here. Make sure I haven't missed anything. Alrighty, we have not. Again, if you are new here, make sure to like and subscribe. We do this every day for areas all across the country. We are 34 subscribers away from 4,100, chat. Let's get it. Alright. So again, going to continue to watch these areas of circulation in Missouri. Alan with another $5 donation. Oh my goodness. Folks, spam up those W's for Alan. Alan is legitimately, again, like the top donor of all time by far, John White. Oh my goodness, folks. The man, the myth, and the legend, John White, is back. Folks, if you don't know the story behind John White, dude, you are unbelievable. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted Davis's Weather Slate Risk memberships. All you folks that got a membership, congrats. Levi got a membership. Again, that gives you guys access to exclusive content, early access to certain videos, custom stickers to use in chat, exclusive shoutouts at the end of every forecast, and more. But hold on, folks. We got to talk here for a second. John White, on one of the most infamous streams on this channel, just randomly pops in, donates $500, and I haven't seen him again until since then. So John White, again, I didn't get the opportunity to say it enough, but thank you so much, dude, for all that you've done. I mean, that's incredible. And again, 50% of that went back to helping storm victims. So again, thank you so unbelievably much. It looks like the stream's gotten some upgrades since I've been here. That is all thank you to Mr. James Pettis. But thank you so much, John White, for the 5 gifted. He is a legend. He is an absolute legend. Wow. Again, sorry, I was just trying to process that there. But let's go ahead and get this board updated here, folks. Again, John White, 5 gifted memberships. That is incredible. So thank you for the support. That is awesome. Again, John White is the GOAT. Again, we haven't seen him again until now. That's insane. John White, welcome back. Wow. That's incredible. John is the GOAT. He literally is. Again, he pops in one night, donates $500 without saying another word, just leaves. I mean, that is just the ultimate move. Great to see you all. Sorry I don't get to watch often. Dude, you're good. You are totally good. I get it. I appreciate your honesty in donating to some recovery efforts. See you all later. See you, John. John, you're a legend. I hope to see you again one day, John. Wow. Again, I didn't know if we were ever going to see him again, folks, but there you have it. John White, the legend, has made his return. Due to my channel, welcome in, Autumn. If you're new here, make sure to like and subscribe. We do this every day for areas all across the country, whether it's severe weather, hurricanes, or winter storms. We've got you covered. Usually we're going to have live footage of storm chasers on the ground with their permission, obviously, but this time around, unfortunately, we don't have any chasers out there hardly at this point in the night. Everybody dipped as soon as the storms entered Illinois, all because of 2 words, gas prices. But in all seriousness, it really wasn't worth them chasing just a lackluster windbag whenever they're going to have to pay, $3 to $4 a gallon for gas. It's just not really worth it, especially since most of these chasers have already seen something today. But you live in North Carolina. Yeah, so North Carolina, obviously, usually ends up seeing its severe weather season kind of year-round. But usually just some big old windbags, and that has been the exact case with 2025. North Carolina gotten off to a virtually average start with its severe weather season, and that is exactly what we predicted with our 2025 severe weather forecast. Not to toot my own horn there, but again, we had the well above average zone for Dixie Alley. That has absolutely played out with multiple widespread tornado outbreaks. We had slightly above average for the Midwest and Plains. That's also playing out very well because it's been slightly above average. We've had the Potosi, Missouri EF3. We've had Van Buren, Missouri EF3. We've had things like Neoga, Illinois EF2. We've had so many significant tornadoes already across the Ohio Valley. We had the EF2 in Indianapolis. We had slightly below average for the Pacific Northwest, and that has played out entirely so far. Desert Southwest, we have an average, which, I mean, we've gotten a pretty much average start. Again, we've seen a couple of tornadoes in California. That's usually what we see. And then we had the Northeast and the Mid-Atlantic region in the wild card zone. Because I'll be honest, I did not feel comfortable or confident enough to throw out a projection for that region. If I did, it literally would have just been a guess. So I figured there was no point in that. Always better just to admit what you don't know than fake it. and just say that you do. But anyways, again, John White with the 5 gifted. W. John in the chat. Again, congrats to everybody that got gifted a membership. Levi, Hallen, Sonja, Kenny, and Beth. Y'all just got gifted a Slate Risk Davis Does Weather membership. So congrats. Again, you're going to get access to exclusive videos. You get shout-outs at the end of every single forecast, custom stickers to use in chat, and much, much more. So, again, congratulations on getting that membership. Brand new tornado warning just issued. That is going to be going out for sections of... It's doing its little disappearing trick again. It's been doing that a lot today with Radar Omega. It's going to come back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, I was a little bit late there, but that brand new tornado warning going out for sections of east central Arkansas. This is for Judsonia as well as Russell. Again, we mentioned this earlier. The area of rotation that originally produced our very intense tornado near Little Rock has recycled here. So if you are along I-57 in between Searcy or Weldon, you need to make sure that you are seeking shelter immediately on the lowest floor of a sturdy building away from windows in an interior room. Potentially a tornado trying to wrap up there near Bold Knob. So make sure that you're seeking shelter. I need to get some more stickers because we said we were going to do all these stickers. We've only really got 4 or 5. I want to get some more out there because there's so many potentials and possibilities with that. So brand new severe thunderstorm warning going out for much of southeastern Missouri and far southwest Illinois. This includes Belleville, O'Fallon, as well as Chester. This is for damaging wind gusts up to 60 miles an hour, and it does have the tornado possible tag on it. So if you're in this area, make sure that you are moving indoors immediately. Praying for everybody tonight? Yeah, certainly. I mean, this has just been an unbelievable past few days of severe weather. Obviously, April 17th, we had the Bennington, Nebraska EF3. We also had the huge, by the way, no longer considered as a 2-mile wide tornado, but now a 1-mile wide tornado, still very significant impact Essex, Iowa. We've had the Ada, Oklahoma tornado, which was likely EF2 to EF3 intensity, Cool, Texas. We've had the Wedge tornado near Fort Stockton. We've had so many tornadoes through Missouri today and Arkansas as well. We had a ton of tornadoes in Oklahoma and Texas last night. I mean, it has been a very, very unfortunate stretch of extremely active severe weather here. Again, a lot of people were saying that late April was going to be dead. That was absolutely not the case. So I will note we do have some intensifying rotation near Tuckerman, Arkansas. Now, the Storm Prediction Center just put out their new update, the 8 p.m. Central update. They have dropped the 10% hatch tornado risk and 30% damaging wind risk for these areas. Still got to update there, but we have now been left with a 5% tornado risk, and I can tell by the cities included there. It's been extended a little bit further off to the east. Damaging wind gusts now down to that 15% risk. Same thing with the hail risk. So, again, now downgraded from a enhanced risk to a slight risk of severe weather today. We'll go ahead and bring that up full screen for you here on the Storm Prediction Center website. Again, huge thank you to Storm Media for the raid. That's incredible. And again, I'm sorry I didn't even see it at first, guys. I mean, I was checking something, and then I come back, and I see we went from 20 viewers to 250, and I was like, okay. But anyways, again, see that there we got that 5% tornado risk continuing, extending from sections of Illinois back through all the way down into portions of far northwestern Louisiana. There is really anywhere at this point embedded in this line of storms. We could see a couple of QLCS tornadoes spin up. Again, very likely that we're going to see some sort of downstream watch get issued soon. By the way, brand new tornado warning there going out for sections of southeast Missouri and southwestern Illinois. This is for Baldwin, Red Bud, and Chester, Illinois. On the Missouri side of the state line, this includes St. Mary and St. Genevieve. So if you're in this area, make sure that you are seeking shelter immediately on the lowest floor of a sturdy building away from windows in an interior room. We've got that rotation just north of Kaufman, east of Pickle. That is the real town name. Also worth noting, we do have some rotation trying to strengthen here near Maystown, Illinois, so we're going to watch that. Again, if that continues to look like it has been, there's a good chance that it's going to get another tornado warning there, an extension. So if you are on the south side of the St. Louis suburbs, make sure that you are prepared to seek shelter if necessary. Again, specifically like the Waterloo and Belleville areas. So brand new severe thunderstorm warning that are going out for the west side of Springfield, Illinois. This is for damaging wind gusts up to 70 miles an hour. If you're in this area, make sure you are moving indoors and away from windows immediately. Pretty intense wind bag there moving through Jacksonville and soon to be Petersburg and again the west side of Springfield. The reason this severe thunderstorm warning is not huge is because these storms are pretty slow moving. It's not like they're moving super quickly. So, brand new tornado warning going out for sections of northwestern Illinois. This is a pretty important one to note because I know we've got a lot of viewers from out here. Thank you, Stiff. But this is going out for areas southwest of Galesburg as well as Berwick in northwestern Illinois. Again, this is south of Davenport, Iowa. We've got ourselves some broad rotation over Roseville. So, if you're in this area, seek shelter immediately. There's a good chance that we see that new tornado warning get issued for areas off to the east as well because these are two different National Weather Service office warning zones. The one that just put out that brand new tornado warning is... I almost sneezed, but nothing came out. Okay. The one that put out that brand new tornado warning there is for the National Weather Service office in Davenport, Iowa. But the Galesburg area is for National Weather Service Lincoln to warn. So good chance that we see a brand new tornado warning come out there soon for parts of Knox County in particular. All right. I almost sneezed, but yeah, happy Resurrection Day, happy Easter. Whoa, Autumn, welcome to the Slight Risk Membership Club. W. Autumn's down below in the chat. Thank you so much for becoming a Davis' Weather Slight Risk member. Again, as a Slight Risk member, you get access to exclusive content, custom stickers to use in the chat, and shoutouts at the end of every forecast. So thank you, Autumn, for becoming a Slight Risk member. That's incredible. W. Autumn's in the chat. How many times did you get nominated to leave? I thought it was only by Broderick. Am I mistaken? So again, still watching that rotation approach Waterloo and surrounding areas. It's quite broad, but you can see elevated velocities there near Maystown. Again, no doubt in my mind that there is rotation there. We have friends in St. Genevieve, Missouri. Genevieve, let me know if I'm pronouncing that right. What's it looking like there? We'll go over that in just a second, but we did actually just get a brand new tornado warning. And that's going to be going out for Walnut Ridge, Arkansas. That is for this area of rotation that we mentioned earlier, west of Swifton. If you're in Walnut Ridge, seek shelter immediately on the lowest floor of a sturdy building, away from windows in an interior room. We also just got a brand new severe thunderstorm warning for Carthage, Arkansas. If you're in this area, make sure you are moving indoors. Also some broad rotation there east of Sparkman, most likely. So the I'm not even going to try to say it. That is, again, the area that we are concerned for right now because you are under a tornado warning in that area right now. We've got that broad rotation approaching you just about to cross I-55. So again, make sure that those folks out there are seeking shelter. Because again, they are under that not brand new, but somewhat new tornado warning. Okay, again, I think that they're probably going to issue a tornado warning here pretty shortly for the Waterloo area as rotation continues to tighten up. We did just get a new tornado warning back. Oh my goodness, dude. How many times can it do the disappearing trick today? I mean, it's been every warning so far. I said it right the first time. Will this severe make it to southern Wisconsin? No. Some rain in Wisconsin, certainly maybe some bolts of lightning, but no severe weather activity. Okay, so that new tornado warning there is going out for downtown Davenport. That is for the area rotation that is north of Millersburg right now. So if you're in this area, seek shelter immediately. And that's getting a little more, bit more type as that approaches Marston. Yeah, we got raided by Sumner Media. So again, huge shout out to SRM for the raid. Otherwise, this would not be possible right now for us to have 200 viewers. You don't see a join button? You should be able to click the little dollar icon next to the chat box. Unless you're on the YouTube app on mobile. I could go ahead and just put a link out there to become a member. But again, becoming a member is not required in any way, shape, or form. Alrighty. Give me just a sec here, folks. Okay, I'm going to see if I can get that membership link out there for you guys. Alright. Let's go and put that down below in the chat. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and pin that. Just had Easter dinner with the fam. What'd you end up having? We had Easter lunch today. Not much of an Easter dinner. So again, rotation tightening up there certainly near Burkesville and Waterloo. I'm kind of surprised they haven't issued a tornado warning for this yet. If you're in this area, I'd go ahead and seek shelter. You can even see on the reflectivity it's starting to poke out there. So again, definitely an area of rotation that we need to watch out for near Waterloo, Illinois, and Smithton. Levi WX. We call him Pennsylvania Levi. How's it going? So they did just issue a brand new tornado warning for one of our cells down in Arkansas. That is for this area of rotation approaching Pocahontas and Maynard. If you're in this area, make sure you are seeking shelter immediately on the lowest floor of a sturdy building, away from windows in an interior room. Again, broad rotation right now going to be located near Imboden. Again, I'm a little bit more concerned, though, about our rotation approaching Waterloo here as it continues to tighten up and it goes without a tornado warning. And there we go. They literally just issued it. So, brand new tornado warning there going out for the southeast side of the St. Louis suburbs. This is for O'Fallon, Belleville, as well as Waterloo, and parts of I-64 in between New Baden and O'Fallon. So, if you're in this area, seek shelter immediately on the lowest floor of a sturdy building, away from windows in an interior room. Again, we've been talking about this area of rotation for about 10 minutes now. So, you should be totally prepared. Again, if you are in Waterloo, seek shelter now. This rotation is imminent. You chasing your Pocahontas peak chasing terrain? I'd imagine. I mean, this is about as good as it gets in terms of a chasing terrain. The unfortunate thing is that we have hardly any radar coverage out here, obviously. But again, that brand new tornado warning there, that is going to be for sections of St. Clair and Monroe counties. You're in Chester? Yeah, so if you are in Chester, you do need to be underground if possible. If you can't get underground, get on the lowest floor of a sturdy building, away from windows and in an interior room, as you are under a tornado warning right now. But I will tell you that area rotation is most likely going to go offshore west. But it's not impossible for this to have a last-second shift, so you need to play it safe and seek shelter if you are in Chester. Yeah, we'll be looking out and praying for you out there in Chester, because obviously it is entirely possible that this rotation shifts last second. And again, either way, this is going to be a huge windbag for the Chester area. So again, that rotation continuing to tighten up, approaching Waterloo and Highway 3 near Burkesville and Wartburg, Illinois. They've got some weird town names out here. Alright, so, whoa, Papa Smurf with the $2 donation. W Papa Smurf in the chat. Great work you were doing. Thank you so much. W's down below in the chat for Papa Smurf, another person that has been here for a long time. Very supportive. So, W Papa Smurf in the chat. What's up, Candy? But thank you so much for the $2 donation. You do not have to do that. That's incredible. Yeah, so that area of rotation there is continuing to look somewhat concerning as it approaches Waterloo. So again, if you are in Waterloo, you need to be in your safe spot. Again, no confirmation of an ongoing tornado, but it's been quite intense for a while now. Again, we've been talking about that since before they even issued that tornado warning, so... brand new severe thunderstorm warning going out for Camden, Arkansas. If you're in this area, make sure you are moving indoors immediately. This is for damaging wind gusts up to 60 miles an hour. This is for parts of Highway 79 in between Elliott and Bearden. Lots of Indian names, yeah. Most towns in the Midwest were named in the 1500s. Depends on what Midwest of the part of the Midwest you're talking about. Again, I'm still somewhat concerned here, though, for our folks near Waterloo and Smithton. In my opinion, there's a good chance that this tries to produce a tornado very shortly. So again, seek shelter if you're in this area. Again, you can see that clear little nudge in our storm there on the reflectivity as well. So, again, definitely trying to at least spin up a tornado there southwest of Belleville, Illinois, near Lemons. So, going back down into Arkansas, again, at this point, mainly going to be watching these broader areas of rotation, as these supercells are nowhere near fully discrete. But again, that definitely was not the case whenever we started this stream. Again, our focus is slowly but surely shifting off to the north here. Again, I will say the reflectivity presentation is pretty menacing on our area of rotation near St. Genevieve. Don't clip that. New severe thunderstorm warning going out for downtown Davenport. This is for damaging wind gusts up to 60 miles an hour. If you're in this area, make sure you are moving indoors. You should already be in your safe spot, though, if you are in Davenport, as you are under a ongoing tornado warning. That rotation still near Buffalo Prairie. And they just updated our tornado warning for the town that we're not going to try and say. Still just radar indicated, but that could certainly change, so stay safe. So again, that rotation now literally over Waterloo. It's Genevieve. I'm so confused. Anyways, again, for high-quality content like this, make sure to subscribe. Wow, we are 24 subscribers away from 4,100, guys. Again, it is entirely possible that we hit that tonight, and that would be incredible. Again, I cannot thank you guys enough that is even a possibility for this channel. I'd also like to point out that we did literally just get an extension of our tornado watch. Okay, hold on. So, we just got a tornado report of 8 minutes ago. Sheriff deputies from Warren County, Illinois, reporting visual sighting of a tornado near Greenbush. Now, this is a radar-indicated tornado warning. Could be due to lack of staffing. It could be due to not having confirmation that it's still on the ground. But again, we at least briefly had a tornado north of Greenbush, Illinois. So if you're in that area, you need to stay in your safe spot. But anyway, that tornado watch extension there, going out through sections of central Illinois. Let's see here. Again, unfortunately, I can't bring you up the actual extension of the watch, but I can show you this new mesoscale discussion here, mentioning still the threat for a couple of tornadoes tonight, damaging wind gusts up to 80 miles per hour being a possibility. Best chance for severe gusts in northwestern Illinois. Greatest tornado threat going to be down there in southeastern Missouri. Strong to severe gusts are the main threats, though a couple tornadoes remain possible. So, continue to watch this. Dude, let's get to 100 likes. We're only 11 away. We can do it, chat. Anyways. Again, hopefully I can get y'all some good storm footage tonight, as these are eventually going to make their way towards my neck of the woods. Not certain that they're going to be able to sustain themselves. I will say that much. Alrighty. So again, okay, I'm going to tell you guys right now, we're likely seeing a meso handoff rotation starting to become less impressive near Waterloo. New area of rotation near Columbia. So, velocity couplet handoff now near Columbia, Illinois. Again, if you're in this area, stay in your safe spot. And if you're a little bit further to the north of this warning as well, you need to remain alert. as there is potentially a tornado trying to develop along Highway 3 there near Columbia. Alrighty. So again, if you're just now tuning in, we have been live for over an hour covering severe weather across portions of Illinois, Missouri, and Arkansas. I'd like to note, again, we don't have great radar coverage out here, but it's pretty clear that our area of rotation is re-intensifying near Day Arc. Also a donut hole there on the reflectivity. So I wouldn't be shocked if they tornado on this. So if you're in this area, make sure you are prepared to seek shelter if necessary. We had a little meso handoff there, it looks like. So be ready to seek shelter in Marsh Creek. I had a happy Easter. You got a tornado book written by Reed Timmer. Wow. Yeah, again, confirming from the Paducah, Kentucky radar, there's still some pretty intense rotation, at least in the higher levels of the atmosphere, approaching Belleville, Illinois. So, we'll see what happens, but in my opinion, what's likely going to end up, what we're going to end up saying on this newest velocity scan is this area rotation is going to be a little less impressive, and then we're likely going to see this velocity couplet kind of become the main area of concern. I'm on Evan's stream, are you serious? What? I'm assuming you're referring to Evan Freiberger? Other than that, I don't know what Evan you'd be talking about. But just let me... Oh my goodness, I am. What did he say about me?
Who is this? I'm so sorry. Whoever that is. Did they end their stream? Davis does weather. Dude, that literally looks like a kid.
I am a kid.
Oh yeah, they just ended. Okay, so Storm Hunter Media is done for the day.
Let's see this. I'm gonna bring this up on stream.
It's interesting how it's kind of hard to tell.
Watch it. This is the greatest thing I've ever seen. Oh, please load.
This storm with this radar back over here.
Oh my goodness! Hold on, chat.
That certainly looks interesting there. Where's Storm Hunter Media?
He just pulled up my stream.
Who the heck is this? Why is this up?
I think
did Storm Hunter Media go?
What happened is he had Storm Hunter Media stream up, and then my thing was next on the autoplay.
That is, I am so sorry. Whoever that is. Did they end their stream? Davis does weather. Dude, that literally looks like a kid. Oh yeah, they just ended. Okay. Storm Hunter Media is done.
I'm sorry, it's not that funny, but that is the greatest thing I've ever seen. Okay, I'm sorry, it's really not that funny. Wait, why is my stream not on frame? What? Wait, hold on, folks. We gotta talk here for a second. John White. Oh, it is on frame. Can you guys see the stream? Let me know. I accidentally skipped to a random part of the stream. Okay. Anyway, that is hilarious. I guess Evan Freiberger reacts to Davis's weather. That's gonna be the. That should be the next WX Clips. WX Clips, if you're watching, clip that. Davis does weather, reacts to Evan Freiberger, reacting to Davis does weather. That's good. Hold on, let's get an Evan stream. People are saying how excited I am that he mentioned me.
15, 14-year-old, I would say it's a high likelihood he's a fearmonger.
I'm a fearmonger?
Congrats to him. That's good.
What the
heck is this?
How am I a fearmonger? Oh my gosh, there's no way. There's no way. He said I'm a fearmonger without knowing anything about me. Oh my gosh, dude, are you serious?
Davis has a loyal following. Why do y'all think he's a good streamer? What is his specialties?
Sir, I am not a fearmonger. Excuse me? Is this the start of the incredible Davis says weather Evan Freiberger
I would
beef?
say it's a high likelihood he's a fearmonger.
I'm not a fearmonger, dog.
That's to him. That's good. The heck is this?
Congrats to me, I'm not a fearmonger. I've never fearmongered once on this channel. Wow.
I'm definitely keeping a close eye on. Let me see if I have any cameras in that area. There's a pretty good chance that we might.
Wow.
Walnut Ridge, Hoxie. I remember Hoxie. That was the place that got
Wow.
absolutely hammered by that hailstorm. I think Hoxie, either Hoxie or Hoxie.
That is so disappointing.
Walnut Ridge, that fake tornado emergency. Remember that? They got like 4-inch hail, just absolutely.
He had such a great reaction, and then he jumps to, oh, he's a fearmonger.
Like those kind of really well-built houses, and also they have a lot of that vinyl siding.
Wow.
There's holes everywhere, windows broken everywhere. They really got it bad.
Thank you for all the folks backing me up in the chat.
I don't know, man. I have to make sure he's not like he's really actually smart. I mean, there's a lot of people giving him props. So he must not be stupid.
I'm not stupid.
I don't know. Like, does he make like a bunch of immature, stupid jokes?
What?
I mean, he's 14, 15.
Does it...
I don't trust that age group, man.
Okay, so let me ask him this. Is a 14 or 15-year-old not capable of doing anything but making stupid jokes?
Poop jokes or anything?
Poop jokes? What?
Alright.
Why was that the first assumption, that I make poop jokes and that I'm a fearmonger?
Like fart jokes.
I make fart jokes, guys, yep.
No weird jokes, okay.
I make a fart joke every stream, chat, yep, you heard it here.
I consider it.
Wow.
To watch him, I think. I won't rule it out in the future.
Wow.
Support the younger generation if they're actually trying, you know?
If I'm not actually trying, I really don't know what actually trying is.
It sucks, though, that you know, is that I had to find out about him that way.
Yeah, that is kind of true.
I think Stormwater Media rated him.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, we got some strong rotation with this storm, and so
Wow.
the feed on my stream went over to that.
Well,
This rotation is actually pretty.
Wow. He's yanking my chain. I've never heard that terminology, but I understand what that means. Well, I guess all I do is fearmonger and make fart jokes, so unfortunately I'm no good here. But yeah, I mean I'm just a 15-year-old kid that makes fart jokes and poop jokes. So you might as well just like unsubscribe and stuff. So wow. Anyway, what should my poop joke be for the day? Because that's what I do here.
Also partially in the Illinois area. Also looks like they just allowed this tornado warning to expire here near Galesburg. And we still potentially have a tornado.
Kid mortgage credit card to get into what?
And this is an observed tornado. Still potentially.
I like to consider myself relatively experienced in this field. But I mean, I guess all I do is make poop jokes, and I guess I'm a terrible forecaster, so might as well delete my channel. No, realistically though, here, I think it would be better if I was the more mature one in the situation, because you know there could be so many things that I could clap back at Evan Freiberger right now for, but I'm not gonna stoop down to that level, and I'm not gonna. I don't know if that was his intention to get a rise out of me or to make me upset, but I'm not going to let him have that satisfaction. So again, I respect the dude, but I think he probably should have done a little bit more research than the first thing, assuming is, you know, I make poop jokes and I fearmonger every day. No beef, but... Well, but he said that there is a, and I quote, high likelihood that I'm a fearmonger. And I mean, I guess that is probably the case with most people my age in this field, but...
Well, he seems to be well known, so...
Okay.
He's making a name for himself. He must be doing something right.
I'm not upset. I'm not actually upset. I wasn't going to delete my channel.
Let me check to see, though. Is he a fearmonger?
Evan, I'm not a fearmonger. I'm not a fearmonger. I wonder how he's gonna.
I mean, he definitely uses some of the terms.
What?
He's not. I like his style. His thumbnail style is legit. Not bad. Not as bad as the others, that's for sure. Alright, Brett is slowing down here a little bit.
So, okay, here's my assessment of the situation. He definitely uses some of the terms. Oh, tenacious with the clapneck. I'm assuming he's referring to when I say.
I don't think he can make money on YouTube legally.
Excuse me? What did he just say?
Maybe he's like signed in with his parents' profile, maybe.
I can't make money on YouTube legally. Well, I've got news for you. Here I am. So.
This is kind of a dangerous chase maneuver here from.
But anyway, I don't want to make it seem like I'm mad or something. Because I'm not. I just wish he wouldn't have jumped straight to the idea that I'm probably a fearmonger, but I can understand it. Because, again, most people in this field that are my age do end up doing that. He said I use some of the terms. I'm assuming he refers to whenever I say this could be the largest tornado event of the year, because I have said that twice already this year. I said it for the March 15th event, and I said it for the April 2nd event, both of which were qualifiers for the largest tornado event of the year. So, in my opinion, that's not fear-mongering. But anyway, that is not what I had on the 2025 Severe Weather Bingo card. But yeah, I don't hate him or anything. I still like his content and stuff, and he's a pretty big inspiration. But anyway. That's crazy. I'm happy about this situation overall, guys. I don't want to make it seem like I'm upset, but that's just crazy.
If you want a long-term audience, an audience that trusts you, don't pull their emotions around. Really focus on. I would encourage you to not listen. Keep trying, man.
Let's hear this.
He's listening to my stream. That's funny. Well, he's listening. Keep trying, man. Keep up the good work. I like your thumbnail style.
Okay, I'll take it.
You're not, you might. Listen, it's easy to get caught up in doing that fearmonger crap. But I would encourage you to not focus on the views and only focus on just trying to get that accurate message across, trying to really focus on your messaging, right? Because if you want a long-term audience, an audience that trusts you, don't pull their emotions around.
Okay.
I didn't say he does. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
eventually, as he gets older, he's gonna figure it out. He hasn't already. That's the way to go if you want to be big. I'm just trying to give him some encouragement to stick away from it. It's like don't do fear-mongering. Yeah, we're here, Walnut Ridge and Hoxie.
Okay,
Still
so
want you folks to be in your safe
again, I think that is probably just a fair assessment. I really like that advice. I don't know if he got the impression that that's what I try to do, but that's definitely not the case. But anyway, that is a whole situation for another day.
Not the case.
I am so sorry. We have gotten so sidetracked, folks. I sincerely do apologize for that. But we do now have an ongoing tornado near Belleville, Illinois. So if you're in this area, seek shelter immediately on the lowest floor of a sturdy building, away from windows and in an interior room. Again, we've been talking about this for a while now. Again, if you're in this area, law enforcement confirmed tornado now on the ground approaching Belleville. Again, this is a relatively populated region, so again, hopefully everybody's taking this warning seriously and getting to their safe spot. But again, law enforcement confirmed tornado near Millstat. Again, sorry, I did not mean to get sidetracked there, chat. Yeah, sorry, I spaced out. I just, again, that is literally the first time that we've gotten brought up by somebody in that general space on stream. So. Yeah, I understand, yeah. Hey, I appreciate everybody that tuned in from him, and again, thank you to Evan for the recognition. Again, maybe I took it the wrong way at first, but I do appreciate the little notice there. But anyways, so continue to watch these tornado warnings here. Again, I will say our storm near Newport is developing some pretty intense rotation. So if you're in this area, I'd be prepared to seek shelter because there's a good chance that this does end up getting tornado warned pretty soon. Again, keep in mind we are looking several thousand feet up into the atmosphere here because we are quite far away from the radar site, about 80 miles or so. But good chance that this does receive a tornado warning pretty soon for the Newport area. So again, be prepared to seek shelter. Again, you're already under that severe thunderstorm warning there. We did just get a brand new severe thunderstorm warning for Peoria and Galesburg, Illinois. This is for damaging wind gusts up to 60 miles an hour. If you're in this area, make sure you're moving indoors. But yeah, I understand. He meant literally no disrespect, I think. Thank you, Ava. I appreciate it. But yeah, that is certainly interesting, and I don't want anybody to get the impression that I hate Evan Freiberger. I hope he deletes his channel. I don't want people to get that impression, because overall, I'm actually I'm very glad that he gave me that recognition. I really do appreciate it, and I think that was a fair assessment, and again, not necessarily criticism, but just stray away from doing these things. So overall, I think that was a very, very fair and mature way of doing things. Brand new tornado warning just issued. That's going out for parts of Arkansas. That is for Whiskerville. If you're in this area, make sure you are seeking shelter immediately on the lowest floor of a sturdy building, away from windows in an interior room. Got that broad rotation east of Walnut Ridge there, so we'll watch that. I would probably guess that they would extend this tornado warning approaching Reno as well, as that rotation continues to move towards the Corning area, so be prepared to seek shelter in that region. I have family in New Tornado Alley, and I'm in Arkansas. I live in hurricane-prone Florida. Yeah, we do cover hurricanes here. Last year we did hours of hurricane coverage for Helene, Milton, Beryl, Debbie, Francine. We did, even for just the tropical storms, Alberto, we did about 3 hours of coverage for, I believe. So again, we cover those tropical storms and hurricanes very closely. Last year, the biggest story out of those hurricanes, for me at least, was the actual tornadic production. Because usually, we don't end up seeing tornado outbreaks like that. Want to see, is he still talking about me? No.
He was streaming. You talking about Brett Bethany? Read Bethany's comment.
I left a little chat message in there. Again, I don't think this is a negative situation or anything. I take this as a positive overall interaction, but
He was streaming.
I just said what's good.
Bethany?
Let's see if he notices
30 and
me.
above. I'm not sure if you know, but I'm also 30 and above. So if I'm calling you old, I'm calling myself old. I'm just letting you know.
I'm assuming he's not going to be upset with me playing this on his stream since he put mine on.
Is he, like, inside of it? Since he put mine on.
Alright, see Arcs. No, I don't think that's necessarily rude. I think that was just a somewhat, and again, he wasn't even really making the assumption, but it just came across that way at first. But yeah. Mr. Dibble recommended me? That is insane. We got a recognition from Stormenter Media, Mr. Dibble, and Evan Freiberg tonight. This is a good night, chat. This is a good night. And again, I appreciate all those folks for the support. Brand new tornado warning just issued as well. That is going to be an extension for our area of rotation near Baldwin. If you're in this area, make sure you are seeking shelter immediately. This is for Nashville, Illinois. This is for parts of the I-64 corridor near Mount Vernon and O'Fallon. If you're in this area, seek shelter immediately on the lowest floor of a sturdy building, away from windows and in an interior room. Again, that is for portions of Washington, St. Clair, Perry, and Randolph counties in southern Illinois. Again, not confirmed that this is still an ongoing tornado near O'Fallon, but it's certainly possible, so you need to remain in your safe spot if you're in this area. You heard something and got excited. What's that? Thank you, Ava. You got hit by a tornado in Durant. I'm assuming you're referring to Durant. And yeah, we, again, devastating night across most of the southern section of Oklahoma. Again, the Ada, Oklahoma tornado likely caused some damage of EF2 plus intensity. Oh, Nashville. Yeah. Yep, there is a Nashville, Illinois. Nashville, Illinois actually had a catastrophic dam failure last year. Should we call up the boys chat? We're gonna run up a poll here. You know, we don't even have to run up a poll. 1 in chat if we should call up the boys. 2 in chat if we shouldn't. By the boys, I mean Vincent, Levi, and Jesse. Okay, so this tornado warning has been downgraded back to radar indicated rotation now. But if you're in this area, you need to make sure that you are remaining in your safe spot. We're starting to see another little mezzo handoff here. So some more rotation developing near New Baden, Illinois. Yeah, I assume you're referring to Durant. Again, thank you all for tuning in to this stream, chat. This has been incredible sports today. Again, it's a huge thank you to Stormenter Media, Evan, and Riley Dibble for all the sports tonight, chat. Incredible stuff. Levi says 1. Pevy, are you going to be able to call? All right, Vincent's saying 1 as well. We're gonna call him up. Hold on, don't call me. I'm gonna call y'all, and I want to do it through Discord, just so the audio is the best as possible. You can only half an hour. The Youngins. I like that name. Okay. Let's call up the squad, chat. Look at this. This was Levi getting ready to jam out. I don't know if this call is working or not. Let me know if it's working or not, Vincent. Okay, I don't know, but we'll, yeah, you call me now, and we'll see if it works. For some reason, whenever I'm streaming, it has a hard time. You can't do video calls at all, but for some reason, it has a hard time doing voice calls. So, let's get back into the main focus here. Again, watching that rotation continue to intensify along I-64. It's working. We'll call in a second. All right, bet. Oh, gosh. No, he did. Okay. I have to make this incredibly clear. Hold on. That was loud. Brand new tornado warning that are going out for the southeast side of Peoria. I know we've got some viewers in Peoria. We do have some broad rotation near Allen. Shout out to Allen. If you're in this area, make sure you are seeking shelter immediately on the lowest floor of a sturdy building, away from windows and in an interior room. Another brand new tornado warning for Geneseo. Broad rotation developing over Alpha, embedded in our QLCS here. So we'll see if this tries to wrap up a tornado there. But again, I know we've got viewers in both of the areas where we have these brand new tornado warnings. So we're going to be looking out on the top of our toes here for you guys. I don't know what that means, but I said it. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. I just made up that term off the top of my head.
Similar look. I don't think the radars up here are really giving us the full picture of what is happening here in the surface. So if you live near Cambridge, Geneseo,
Yeah, I want to make this clear. He did not try to criticize me in any way.
there's really not anything that
He was trying to be supportive and just let me know what not to do. We'll see if he notices me. I said, hello, Evan.
I think he sees something. Let me take a buzz. Oh yeah, okay, I see it. Right here, rotation aloft on the northern side there.
So broad rotation continuing near Winkle.
It might produce a quick tornado. So
Starting to broaden out a little bit more, though. It's getting a little weaker, so
you see that now.
we'll see what happens.
The latest scan on this storm looks like that rotation is starting to broaden out just a little bit here south of Green Valley.
We'll see if he notices me. There's people trying to get his attention.
Eye on it though. No debris signature as of right now.
But yeah, I want to make this clear. Do not go over and harass this guy or hate on him.
St. Louis, we have go over and
Evan is a huge, huge inspiration. Dude, it's the return of John freaking White. It's crazy. He was here earlier. I swear. He got 5 gifted because he's goated. What's up, Roadster Jim?
and continuing to broaden out a little bit more. Looks like they I think they're watching our stream. I think they just extended this tornado warning here to Breeze, Carlisle, Greenville, Pleasant Mountain.
Jesse, I saw that text. I did not know. That was something else. Brand new tornado warning just going out now for Greenville and Carlisle, Illinois. If you're in this area, make sure you are seeking shelter immediately. This is parts of I-70 and I-64. Sorry, I'm a little sidetracked here. Again, just watching all these broad areas of rotation and circulation pop up embedded in our QLCS.
Some subtle air.
And it's going to be possible that these try to spin up another tornado as they approach these areas. So make sure you are seeking shelter if you're in this region immediately.
This little area of rotation that they never warned for some reason here in Arkansas.
Alrighty.
Some broader circulation reason here in Arkansas.
John has donated $525. That is true. By the way, rotation continuing to get more intense near Marquand, Missouri. Again, just remember, we don't have a great radar coverage area out here, so we're looking very high up into the atmosphere to see this, but definitely some tightening rotation that just crossed over Highway 67, so I'd be willing to bet that they'd extend this tornado warning out to the Fredericktown area very shortly, so be prepared to seek shelter.
Came in to the comments. Why is my camera all of a sudden all wonky? It's a day I've also been suffering from some stomach bugginess.
Alright, we'll let him be. I don't want to ruin or take over his whole stream or anything. Was there a tornado in Whitesboro, Texas last night? A lot of my friends that storm chased said they saw a big cone tornado in Shorewood Shores. In Whitesboro, I don't believe so. If it was, it would have been very brief. A lot of the activity stayed off to the west of the Whitesboro region last night. But again, there were so many last night that it's very hard to keep track of at this point.
It's all Stormwater Media's fault.
Wait, what? He's talking about me again.
That copyright strike if you want.
He said I can copyright strike him.
Stormwater Media's stream ended, and so when I switched to its view, when I came back live, I went to your stream, so you hit me with that copyright strike if you want.
I'm going to hit him with that copyright strike, boys.
But it wasn't intentional. It's all Stormwater Media's fault.
It's Stormwater Media's fault.
Yeah, it looks like that rotation is trying to make it down to the surface a little.
Anyways.
Went toward Andover and Geneseo. Let's go see what that new NATO warning is.
So, brand new tornado warning there going out for sections of southeastern Missouri. This is for Sedgwickville. That broad area of circulation near Marquand that we literally mentioned like 5 minutes ago is, again, getting another tornado warning there for sections of, this would be Perry and Bollinger counties here. So seek shelter if you're in this area. Lowest floor of its 30 building, away from windows and in an interior room. I don't know if the boys can call yet or not. but we'll join anyways. See what's popping.
Davis, what is up?
There's absolutely famous Jesse Torkelson,
Yep, million subscribers.
WX. How's it going, Jesse?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing very well.
That is so great to hear.
We've gotten recognition from Stormrunner Media and Evan Freiberger tonight.
What's up?
We've gotten recognition from Stormrunner Media and Evan Freiberger tonight.
Let's go. I heard something about copyright.
Yeah, he said I can copyright strike him if I wanted to because he accidentally had my stream pulled up.
Never. I was about to name drop.
Oh, heck no. Brand new severe thunderstorm warning going out for Hampton and Arkansas. If you're in this area, make sure you're moving indoors. How is Chester looking? At this point, Chester is... If you're talking about... Are you talking about Chester, Missouri, or Chester, Illinois? I'm assuming you're talking about Chester, Illinois. At this point, Chester's going to be fine. The worst of it is just now coming through, but again, no sort of tornado threat for the Chester area, anything like that. But again, we are going to continue to watch for moderate to heavy rainfall to kind of pond up here, potentially create an isolated street flooding threat.
Revive my glorious king.
Yeah, no problem. Brand new tornado warning. That is going out for... this is a unbelievably tiny polygon. This is for northwestern Perry County. Again, the reason that these are two separate tornado warnings is because these are two different National Weather Service offices. But if you are in this area, make sure you are seeking shelter immediately. That is going out for Swanwick. Again, just a little extension to our tornado warning polygon from the National Weather Service in Paducah, Kentucky. See a Mary, thank you for tuning in.
Night, Mary. I'm naked. Yo. My bad.
Bruce jamming out on
What's
stream.
up, William? What's up, Alan? What's up, Jim? What up, guys? And Dibble. Yeah, dude, you had max velocity, Dibble.
That's crazy to think about.
Freiberger in your stream.
That's crazy to think about. By the way, a recorded gust with an anemometer near New Windsor, Illinois, was measured at about 65 miles an hour. So, this pocket of elevated winds is going to be approaching Cambridge and Geneseo. So, if you're in this area, make sure that you are seeking shelters. Again, you are under that tornado warning for the next 13 minutes.
Oh, what's up, Ghosty? Davis, are you excited to do the ice bucket challenge?
Oh my gosh, did he do it yet?
I have no clue if Levi did it yet.
Folks, for anybody that's not aware, there's been another wave of the, yes, I hate to say it in 2025, but the Ice Bucket Challenge is still going around on Twitter. And Levi has already notified us that we are going to be nominated for doing the Ice Bucket Challenge next. So there's a good chance that within the next couple of weeks, either on Twitter or on my channel, I will have a clip of me doing the Ice Bucket Challenge, probably on Twitter. So go follow me at Weatherman6651.
Alright, I've got to pop out real quick. I might be back, sorry. I thought I could stay longer, but I gotta do some stuff. Happy Easter, y'all.
Peace out.
Bye, Davis.
Have a great night. Alrighty. So, not the Ice Bucket Challenge. Oh my gosh, dude. It is 2025.
Yeah, I mean, nothing's really sticking out to me.
I'm still just so fascinated in that. Freddie and Eli are going to be my two nominees, but I'm also going to do you and you pass to the boys. Alright, bet. Wait, how many nominees do you get? I've heard 2, 3, and 4, all as different answers, so I don't know what it is. But somebody let me know. Vincent literally did it for his sister a little bit ago. Or his sister's friend did it to Vincent. At this point, they're not, William, but earlier in the evening they were. And again, this is a completely different storm mode as well. We're talking about linear rather than supercellular. So you get 3. Okay. Yeah, just throw me in, then I'll pass it over to Jesse, Vincent, and I might even nominate. I might nominate Ty just to tick him off. Or who else should I do? Do you think? Who should I do that would actually respond? That would be interesting. I don't think Ty would actually do it. I think he'd take it as a joke. Another thing is, I have to do that whenever I'm all alone. Otherwise, I'm going to look like an idiot just pouring a bucket of ice on my head. I also don't really have a bucket, but I've got like some huge bowls that I could use. Do Ty? I don't know if he'd do it, though. That's the only problem. So again, if we do have a tornado on the ground with our Missouri storm, it would be moving through Markwind at the moment. But again, there's no confirmation of that or anything. But I will say velocities do what look somewhat impressive. That is probably could just be chalked down to the fact that we are looking, good 8,000 feet up into the atmosphere or so. I suggest Josh Brinker, Davy Jones. See, Josh Brinker has been nothing but nice to me. So I don't know if I'm sure he'd take it as a joke and everything, but I don't want to do anything to annoy Josh Brinker. It's not a bad idea, though. I bet he'd think it's funny. I could nominate Grant. Again, pretty clear that there's 2 areas of circulation here now, by the way. Confirmed via multiple radars, so. Josh is great. Josh is goated. Seriously, though, who would be like a... He's getting into a dunk tank at the meet and greet? Oh, gosh. I wanted to go to that so badly, but of course, the stars just had to align perfectly, but the opposite of perfect. The exact weekend that Meet the Chasers is happening in Pittsburgh, I don't know why I circled Philadelphia, in Pittsburgh, I'm going to be in Missouri all weekend, which is just the worst. I mean, that is the worst time possible. I'm doing nothing this summer except for that one weekend where they're finally going to hold it. I'm like, bro, why? But, I mean, it's whatever. DL and Garrett, that's low-key a good idea. Again, they've been so nice to me, though. I feel so bad doing it to people that are so generous. They have done more for my channel than I think anybody else other than God. I think they think it's funny, though. I can't be scared just to do it to somebody that's nice to me. What if I nominate, you know what, do you think Riley Dibble would do it if I nominated him? Hey, I'm not gonna say it's impossible, but, no, hear me out. We nominate Evan Freiberger. No, I actually like the idea of DL and Garrett, though. Again, I'm going to use 2 of them, though, on Jesse and Vincent. I don't know if Vincent wants to do it again, though, because, again, he just did it like a week ago. This stuff spreads like wildfire. Dude, Dibble. Ghosty has nothing to lose. Oh, gosh. What if I nominated Max Velocity? Who else could I do? I'm just scrolling through my Twitter DMs, see what would be a good idea. You know what's somewhat realistic? And I know that Levi will love the idea of this. What about Alex Russell? Or mesoscale Matt. Hey, I mean, it's possible. Or do I nominate one of my friends and spread this outside of the weather community? Alex or Ben would be it. See, I don't know Ben that well. I mean, I know him, but he doesn't know me. Alex is in a cold state. That's very true. He's out there in South Dakota. I don't know if he wants to take an ice plunge. On the other hand, though, that means he'd be used to it. That's terrible. Do tie. I don't like being in trouble with anyone. Brand new tornado warning that's going to be going out for Kewanee, Illinois. If you're in this area, make sure you're seeking shelter immediately. Again, just more broad rotation embedded in our QLCS near Galva. So if you're in this area, seek shelter on the lowest floor of a sturdy building away from windows and in an interior room. I'm not sure how much longer we're going to be here, guys. I'm going to be totally honest with you. Because I want to get some storm footage tonight, because keep in mind there's legitimately a tornado warning 3 counties away from me right now. And there's a good chance that it gets extended at least somewhat near me, and then I can probably drive into that area, honestly. So we'll see. But, I don't know, dude. Who should I nominate, Chad? Any other ideas? I want to think of something hilarious. We nominate William Spann. We nominate Allen. We nominate John freaking White. Hear me out. Hear me out. We nominate Mr. Twister. We nominate James Spann. Jim Cantori. Dude, this is going places that we never thought it would. I don't even know where, so I think it started with, at least it started in the teenage weather community with Pennsylvania Levi. And then he passed it to Chasing Mads and Broderick. Broderick passed it to Levi. Now Levi's going to pass it to me. And I'm going to pass it to who? Should we keep it inside the Teenage Weather Enthusiast realm, or like what? Because I get 3 options. I guess in a certain aspect I will be doing that anyways, because I'm going to nominate Vincent and Jesse. Jim Cantori, what a piece of work. I'll take no polar plunge before it's time. I mean, I've seen Eminem do it. He also got Rihanna to do it. So, I don't know what that had to do with anything, but I just wanted to point it out. Kendrick also did it. Dude, why does everything with me revolve back to hip-hop? I need to shut up. Rotation continuing to get more impressive, by the way, near Tremont along I-155. Again, still quite broad, though. We'll watch it. I'm just trying to think, though. Like, what is a realistic option? I don't know. Oh, we are getting a call from, I believe, the one and only Mr. Storm. So let's join up. Hello?
What's up?
There we go, folks. The man himself.
I heard we had a little surprise today.
Yeah, we did. That's certainly a surprise.
Ah. Bro showed his true colors.
What? Okay.
I'm not gonna take it too far.
No, he said nothing but nice stuff.
Alright, because I thought he was like... like Loki like hating on you or something.
No. I think it came off that way at first, but I don't think he actually meant it that way, and he kind of expressed that later.
Yeah.
Dude, this is literally going to go just south of me. Recently, I will say I've been pretty badly cursed. Vincent's been cursed for forever. He's a lost cause. No, I'm kidding. But
That's insane.
I've been cursed a little bit, pretty badly recently. I mean, the last event, again, it's like one of those situations where, everywhere around had wind damage, and there was a little swath of emptiness right over me. Right over me. Because why wouldn't there be?
So wait, I haven't even looked at this recently. Are you looking at years? Or
Sorry, what'd you say?
dude, the tornado warnings are literally lined up perfectly to resemble March 14th. I'm not gonna lie.
They low-key are. It actually reminds me more of the event that we had. I was around like this exact time. It may have honestly been April 20th of last year. Hold on. There was like a March, or like, I think it was an April event last year that was March 20th, 2024, SPC. Or April 20th, I mean. No, it wasn't April 20th. There was some day around here that was like very potent, and I was just one county north of a tornado warning. But sometime in late April. They did, by the way, just go ahead and issue a brand new tornado watch for sections of northeastern Illinois. This is for Ford, Livingston, Iroquois, and South Chicago counties. So be prepared to have multiple days to receive alerts if you're in this area over the next several hours. What do I think is in store for Cesar tonight? Cesar, Illinois. So you're likely going to be just to the south of where we expect the worst of this to be, but I will say you got another little round there. The QLCS southern extent is somewhat intense in terms of a heavy rainfall threat, and there's a good chance you get impacted by that. So we'll be looking out for you. But sorry, what were you going to say?
Oh, we did get a new tornado watch.
I just said that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Again, I appreciate everybody that's sticking around. Brand new tornado warning just issued for portions of Woodford and Tazewell counties here. This is for the northeast side of Peoria. This is for Eureka, Illinois. As we said, this rotation's kind of tightening up a little bit. So if you're in this area, seek shelter immediately on the lowest floor of a sturdy building, away from windows and in an interior room.
I don't know if I want to have a conversation about this, but did Levi do the ice bucket challenge yet?
He did not yet, we don't think. But he said he's going to nominate Freddie. It was me, Freddie, and somebody else. But he said he was going to do me, and then he wanted me to nominate you and Jesse. Do you really want to do it, though? Because you just did it recently.
No, I didn't.
I thought you... Oh, you did it to your sister. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't been tagged yet.
You know what that means, folks.
Uh-oh.
Look at this, though, Vincent. There's literally a break in the line. It's going to go right over me.
I'm looking at radar right now. This is actually crazy. Hey, but you saw how close I was to that marginal yesterday.
That was hilarious, dude.
Been like a huge risk, obviously. That was just like nothing. Like, we have gone off to a slow start because I'd be shooting some sub-severes, here. By March 31st of 2023, I had already seen a full-blown shelf cloud as well as a couple severe warnings, I believe. So, I mean, this is a pretty slow start for us, but really Southern New England to heat up into September.
Yeah, for sure.
So we'll see. But the line is actively splitting over your exact interstate.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, bro. There's the good old Pevy. Wait,
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, bro.
Pevy. I have Pevy on face. Pevy, join the Discord call, bro. Oh,
Yeah.
wait. Is he in the call?
Wait.
I had
I
him
don't
on
think it was
FaceTime.
him.
No, I got a notification that he joined the FaceTime call.
It's crazy we have 84 watching after 113 minutes of streaming. What is up, fellow Skibbs?
What are y'all's thoughts on Paducah? Paducah is going to be fun. I would look out for some wind. But by the time these supercells make it your way, they're going to be fully congealed, so no sort of tornado threat for the most part.
Did you see that when you had your hand behind your back, it did like a thumbs down bubble?
No, it does that sometimes, though. It's kind of funny. It thinks my arm is like a
Yeah.
huge thumb, I guess. It's hilarious.
Oh, Levi, what's up?
I'm using my 1 minute left for screen time, but I'm about to go do the ice bucket challenge.
Oh my gosh,
no.
bro, it's over.
Please
Eli?
post it.
Freddie and his chase partner Eli both said that they'd do it if I did it, so I'm nominating them.
You get 3 nominations, though, right?
Yeah, you're the other one,
Okay.
and then you do the boys plus Ty.
By the way, we do now have a now a radar confirmed tornado in Henry County, Illinois. Yep, there we go. So, whoa. Okay, so we actually have a strong tornado on the ground in Illinois. Wow. Just west of
I should probably
Geneseo. This is actually a pretty significant tornado here. This has a huge debris signature north of I-80. If you're in this area, seek shelter immediately. That just kind of shocked me there for a second. Sorry. Again, if you're in this area, you need to be seeking shelter. Again, we have a potentially intense tornado on the ground right now west of Geneseo. Again, that makes sense. This cell did have a history of producing a tornado further down in the southwest, confirmed by emergency managers. And again, this is now an ongoing tornado, and I know we have viewers out here, so we're going to cover this quite closely for the time being. Again, this is a pretty large debris signature here, just west of Geneseo. Or Geneseo. So seek shelter immediately if you were in this tornado warning here. I would like to mention, again, we do have a couple areas of rotation off to the southeast that could do something a little more. I'm not going to lie, I thought they pushed that to PDS for a sec because they just updated the warning, but still just a radar-confirmed tornado warning there. So if you're in this area, again, make sure you are staying in your safe spot. This is a huge debris signature for how rural of an area this is.
Again, we've really seen a couple of, minor tornadoes today as far as I know. Except for obviously that large cone in central Missouri that we saw earlier this morning. But again, the strongest tornado we've seen today was probably our Arkansas tornado, which again had that debris bowl and reflectivity as well as the huge and very deep CC drop. So that got very concerning at a point, but it looks like on the last scan the CC has let up a lot. So we're hoping that this is likely just briefly touched down, but is hopefully lifting at this point. But we did likely have a significant tornado across I-80 just moments ago.
Yeah, so again, hopefully an occluding tornado here, but it is very likely that some structures got hit just based off of how large this debris signature was. Again, not too often that you see something like that in a slight risk, or this is a marginal risk zone. So again, if you're in this area, make sure you are staying in your safe spot. This thing is moving pretty much due north. It's moving slightly off to the east, but again, likely this tornado has occluded and that this is just debris fallout. But either way, again, these are still pieces of homes and trees being thrown thousands of feet up into the atmosphere, reflected back on the radar. So if you're in that area, you need to make sure that you are staying in your safe spot. Going back down to the I-70 corridor, continuing to watch some of these areas of broader rotation pop up, and we've still got that tornado warning for Sedgwickville. Again, just some broad rotation there, but we'll continue to watch that as that moves east-northeastward. I will say our supercell in northeastern Arkansas, probably the only impressive discrete cell that we have left. We did just get a brand new tornado warning. That's going to be an extension for our confirmed tornado near Geneseo. This is for Hillsdale and Erie. So if you're in this area along I-88, make sure you are seeking shelter immediately on the lowest floor of a sturdy building, away from windows and in an interior room. Again, it was quite a large debris signature there for just a couple of scans. Very deep as well, obviously, so likely that we had some structures get hit out here, unfortunately. And honestly, the fact that it's continuing to remain at the same intensity as it was last scan makes me think that there's a good chance that this is still on the ground. So again, if you're in this area, you need to make sure that you are staying in your safe spot, obviously. I will say velocities look more broad, though.
Instead, further up to the north, in Illinois.
I accidentally pulled up Evan's stream again.
Up to the north, in Illinois.
So, again, pretty intense ongoing tornado near Joslin there. Again, likely roping out, however, as velocities look much less impressive. And also the debris signature no longer even nearly lines up with the actual velocity couplet. So again, just a very good chance this is just debris fallout here. But either way, you need to take that just as seriously as an ongoing tornado, because that is the dangerous part of the tornado, is the debris being thrown thousands of feet up into the atmosphere. So just a little update here. Tornado watch has been canceled for Menard, Sangamon, Mason, Fulton, and Knox counties in central Illinois as the QLCS has passed, but more thunderstorms will be possible overnight. Brand new tornado warning just issued for our southeastern Missouri storm, now for parts of southwest Illinois. This is for Sand Ridge and Grand Tower. If you're in this area, make sure you are seeking shelter immediately. Got some broad rotation there north of Sedgwickville near Milheim still. This is an area that we covered quite closely last year with a tornado. So,
and we go towards Longtown, Old Appleton, and Grand Tower. So again, if you're in this area, make sure you're seeking shelter.
Is Aledo, Illinois okay? Yes, you are going to be A-okay. The line is passed. And again, tornado watch has been canceled for that area as well. But thank you for tuning in, Bella. All right. What am I listening to?
Levi just did the ice bucket challenge.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, we're going to bring it up on stream.
He nominated Freddie, his partner, and you.
Okay.
You're good.
Well, you know you're coming next year, Bubba, so...
Alright.
Wait, where's...
I don't know who called me, bro.
Where did he do it on?
What do you mean?
I don't see the video.
Oh, no, he sent it to a different group chat.
Oh, was it?
Me down.
Alright, bet.
Or he's probably just gonna post it on Twitter, so.
Yeah. Alright, so tornado warning has been downgraded, understandably so, for, no, that was a different one, sorry. Still some broad rotation. They're approaching Anawan, so make sure you are staying in your safe spot. Again, we've still got a pretty deep debris signature there, but it's likely that it's all just debris fallout at this point. But still a pretty dangerous situation. So if you're in this area, make sure you're staying in your safe spot east of Joslin, east of I-88.
I'll let you know if you post it.
Alright, sounds good. What's up, Sam? How's it going?
Little Sam the man.
What?
I don't know. It's 11. Or no, it's 10.
Oh, sorry. Is it past bedtime?
That's crazy. Bro, A&W root beer is low-key underrated.
I actually agree with you there.
It's so good. I just had like 5 cans of it today.
That's not
The mini
healthy.
cans. Yeah, I know.
I wouldn't recommend drinking 5 cans of it a day, but it is good.
Well, more like 3, but...
Spring break
It's
for
spring
you,
break.
same.
I mean, I'd hope it is.
Well, some people, it's already over.
Yeah, my siblings go back to school tomorrow. I still have a week off.
I got tomorrow off still, but then it's GG's for me.
I feel like your school's weird. Like, I feel like you always get, like, 1 extra day of break, and then you just go back to school on, like, a Tuesday.
Yep. Once you've learned what... Oh, I just got a comment. Oh,
Rotation
sorry.
is still developing near Nashville, Illinois. So if you're Levi, then seek shelter.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that was so funny, wasn't it?
um, New severe
Oh my
thunderstorm
god!
warning going out for parts of northeastern Arkansas for quarter-sized hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds, and it does have the tornado possible tag on it. So if you're in this area, make sure you're getting indoors. It is indeed, Laura. It's Mr. Storm freaking WX.
I am Mr. Stormbrand, for anyone wondering.
No, bro, we don't want a Tim Marshall survey. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't really agree with the Tim Marshall hate. Again, I'm biased because I met him in real life, but I think people get a little
There's hate for
ridiculous.
Tim Marshall.
Oh, there's a lot.
He's the coolest dude alive. You need to explain that to me after the stream.
Basically, every time there's not an EF5 now, it's Tim Marshall's fault. That's all there is to say.
Oh.
And, like, it's funny to make jokes about, and I understand that that's the intent here. It's not to actually, spread any hate or anything, but it's just, there are people that are actually doing that, and it's ridiculous. Like, you need to grow up if you think it's Tim Marshall's fault that we haven't had an EF5. And why do you want an EF5? That's my question. Why do you want homes to be swept away?
We did just get a new severe thunderstorm warning for Zelma and Marble Hill, Missouri. So this does have the tornado possible tag, as there is some very weak rotation, but it has been going for the past couple of scans here. This is going to be for 60-mile-per-hour winds and penny-sized hail, so if you're in this area, make sure you are getting indoors and away from windows. We actually do have a cam that's in Advanced, Missouri, which actually is out. And to get Davis's hopes up, we have a severe thunderstorm warning that is currently 15 miles south of your interstate.
Oh, boy.
There's
Right, but let's be real here, Kevin. That's what you're insinuating, is that that Tim Marshall drastically underrates tornadoes.
Kevin's on this as well.
Some guy legit thinks Tim Marshall brainwashed every surveyor not to rate EF5s. My brain hurts whenever I hear about stuff like that. I'm going to be real with you.
I'm gonna nominate Jesse.
No, I'm nominating Jesse, bro.
Wow.
Before we get into that brand new tornado warning letter, I want to mention Kevin Lighty. I didn't realize he has a spotter dot. He is part of my local.
Chasing, right?
What?
He's chasing, right?
Do you know who Kevin Lighty is?
Yeah.
Who?
He's the forecaster in your news station. I saw a tweet from him saying that he was chasing with the storm spotter team or whatever, and he tweeted a photo of himself in front of the car.
All right, I'm pretty impressed. Anyway, new tornado warning that's going out for sections of I-80 west of Princeton. If you're in this area, make sure you're seeking shelter immediately. Actually got some pretty tight rotation there northeast of Geneseo now. Well, yeah, I would not be shocked to see that produce a tornado there, so seek shelter if you're in that area. Oh, goody. It's gonna stay south of me, isn't it? I'm telling you, bro, I've actually been cursed lately. It's the curse is spreading. And it's so sad to see.
I might have infected you, honestly.
I think you did, bro. Okay, so you see that break in between the two lines there? Near Centralia, you see the break in between the two lines?
Yeah.
I guarantee flipping to you, it's gonna go right over me.
It literally will.
It's actually
By the
on track,
way,
too. That's the crazy thing.
This is just precautionary, but I could see that 1 pixel of a very, ever so light debris signature on
That's
the
not a debris signature, dog.
Okay. I'm not saying it is, but I'm predicting that it will become one next scan. It lines up with the velocity.
That doesn't mean anything. You've never seen a debris signature that lined up with a velocity that was contamination. We had one
now
pixel.
No, it's not. I'm predicting it. Now it's gone. Alright, never mind.
Alright, guys, we've got a violent wedge tornado on the ground.
1 pixel wide debris signature here.
We got a 1 pixel contamination. That's got to be a wedge. Oh, wait, this was off to the northeast they were talking about. Yeah, yep, this is a big old monster wedge.
Oh, yeah, no.
Mr. Storm exposed, I clipped that. Sam says he just exposed you.
Oh,
I don't know what there's to expose, but...
a lot.
Oh my goodness, dude, the line's literally gonna... The split part is going to go on me. It's on track to. I mean, this is so bad.
Golly.
Golly, folks, indeed. I just want to see some thunderstorms. I feel like that's not too much to ask for.
Dude, I'm worse. I haven't seen lightning since last year. And it was bad.
Apparently New York is washed, according to Kevin.
New York is washed. What was it? Spectacular, like a couple years ago? Like, how was it washed?
Hold on. Spectacular?
Yeah.
New York's tornadic production was spectacular a couple years ago.
Oh, I meant just New York in general. I didn't think he was talking about tornadoes.
Oh.
I mean, it's kind of spectacular.
You pray for the split to go over you? Honestly, you can take the split. I don't want the split.
I think it's gonna go right over you.
In all seriousness, though, there's nothing to be scared of here, guys. This is just a heavy rain band at this point. Again, this was forecasted for so long now, but it's lost all kind of steam. You know what? Let's see if the ARRR can do super short-term forecasts here for me. Okay.
The herd.
The HER model, yep.
It's splitting. There's no lightning either.
That's not necessarily true.
You should move to
What?
You should move to Irvington, Illinois, so you can get some storms. You should have moved.
Again, at this point, you're just watching some of our areas of rotation tighten up in northwestern Illinois. By the way, I don't know if you saw this, Vincent, but, and this is for everybody else as well, the Essex, Iowa tornado got downgraded from 1.8 miles wide to 1 mile wide.
Didn't see that. Honestly, I was kind of surprised.
So it is no longer the widest tornado in Iowa State history.
Oh crap, I need to update the stream title.
Wait, what did you call it?
I said the largest tornado in Iowa history as it happened.
Well, Max also had something similar.
I said the largest Iowa tornado ever and huge April 17th, 2025 hail event as it happened.
Just call it a, the April 17th, surprise tornado event. Because outside of Essex, remember, we still had Bennington, we still had those wedge dust devils. I think
Yeah,
it verified as a tornado outbreak, if I'm not mistaken. And again, the Essex tornado, guys, was still very violent. Again, if it hit downtown Essex, which, thank the Lord, it didn't, if it hit downtown Essex, it would have gone EF3 plus without a shadow of a doubt. I don't know how we still have 85 people watching. I'm not being at all entertaining at this point in time, but I appreciate it. I didn't even check up on our sub count. We are at 4th. Whoa, we are 2 subs away from 4,100 somehow. Let's get it, chat. If you haven't all...
Oh, Levi just posted the Ice Bucket Challenge.
Oh, okay. I'll check it out in a second.
Well, you should pull it up on the stream.
I'm going to. We gotta hit 4,100 first, though. 2 subs away, chat.
Okay. Guys, everyone unsubscribe. I'm kidding.
Vincent?
I'm sorry. Everyone subscribe.
We are 2 away. 2 away, chat. If you haven't all... What?
Nothing.
What did you say?
Nothing.
No, say it.
I wanted to make it seem like the stream crashed, so I'd said, and the stream crashed.
So, chat, go unsubscribe from... No, I'm kidding.
That's insane.
Alright. Seriously, though, chat. 2 away. We can do it, guys. We have 85 people watching. I fail to believe that everybody watching is subscribed. Vincent's 13. Oh, yeah, there's a deranged man outside my window again. WX Clips, if you're watching. You got me. Oh, wait, it's Max with a gun. Imagine Max sees that and he, like, sues him. Nah, that was so dark. I'm so sorry.
Dang.
Just, he sues him.
Where is Weather Clips? Are they in here?
No. No, we lost one, bro. Dude, we're 3 away, guys. We can do it tonight, please. By the way, we have scheduled the Clarksville, Tennessee tornado documentary, as well as the rest of the December 9th Outbreak documentary to come out on Friday. This is the most work I've ever put into a video ever. I spent probably a good 20 hours on it. So please, go give it a watch whenever it comes out. I promise you, it is going to be entirely worth it.
Oh, Levi's here.
Oh, there's Pevy. So, Pevy, I heard you did it. Oh, wait, his Discord screen time's out. What do you mean he's here?
I heard his voice.
I don't think you did.
Well, can everyone sub already so we can watch Levi pour a bucket of cold water on his head?
2 away. Do.
Destruction on an unbelievable scale is diabolical.
Is Evan still watching, Kevin? That rhymed.
Kevin. Avis does have Riz. I know that for a fact.
Well, I can tell you I'm rarer than a diamond.
I do not have Riz, but sure. New severe thunderstorm warning that has just been issued. That is going out for the far southern extent of our QLCS now. For one of our trailing supercells along the Louisiana-Arkansas state line near Haynesville. So if you're in this area, make sure you're moving indoors. Some quarter-sized hail, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts, both going to be possible there.
Make sure that you are getting away from windows.
1 away, boys. We are 1 sub away.
We're 1 away, guys.
One away from 4,100. It's been my dream since I was a little kid to hit 4,100 subs. You guys are going to take that away from me? We go into the sob story. Trust it'll work. December. How could you do this?
It's a month that's typically thought of for
I don't know what I'm
storms
doing,
and
bro.
colder temperatures.
Chat. 4,099. Please be there when I click on this. Please be there when I click on this. No. We're one away. Legitimately one away, bro. One
I think
more.
I'm subscribing to every account, but I'm gonna make sure.
One away. It's almost just worth me creating a new Google account to do this.
We did it!
We did it? Yes.
Yeah. We did
Was
it!
We did it? I don't think we did.
Yeah. It says 4.1K on my thing.
Let's see. Boom.
Yeah, 4.1K.
There we go. Was it your ult?
No, I didn't have another alt.
Well, whoever subscribed, thank you so much, and thank you guys for 4,100 subs. I'd be a little more enthusiastic, but we know what happened the other night, and I've already been warned once to be quiet, so. Welcome back, Mr. Twister. The W's in the chat. Alright, it's time to see Levi pour a bottle of water on his head. What did you say to Evan? Please don't harass Evan. He did nothing wrong. He gave me a shout out and told me to stray away from bad things. That's nothing wrong. Okay. Anyways, let's watch Levi pour some water on his head. It's on Twitter, you said?
Yep. He should tag.
I know, right? Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go, folks. I've been challenged by the beautiful man Levi himself.
Eli,
Let's hear this.
I want to get him in the ice bucket challenge. I nominate Freddie.
Who's he
McKinney,
with?
His chase partner Eli, and Davis does weather.
You can't see it. It's behind the radars in front of it.
No, it is not. That was a screencast. Could you guys see it? Anyway, sounds like I'm gonna have to pour an ice cold bucket of water on my head soon.
Do it tonight.
No.
Oh.
Anyways. Chat, that's gonna be it for tonight. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe again. Thank you so much to Stormhunter Media for the raid. But I think that's about all I have to say. Thank you for tuning in, William. But yeah, I appreciate you all for joining me tonight. We will be live back here again on Tuesday. Probably have a forecast video out for tomorrow. Don't forget, Friday's the big day. Wednesday, we've got a Twisted Cheese coming out on Davis's game. So we've already got a lot of content scheduled for this week. So again, see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Whew.